Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum students. Today we will discuss the concepts of question number 9. What is an inverse of a function? As we know that a function takes an input and gives an output. But an inverse function does the opposite. It takes the output and gives back the input. Or in simple words, we can say the inverse undoes what the function did. Or simply just do the opposite. We write it like this. If f of x is the function, then its inverse is written as f inverse of x. For example, for a function x plus 3, the inverse will be x negative 3. We can find inverse of a function by following these steps. Start with the original function. We can write this f of x as y because y and f of x are equal. Then solve for x. After solving, write value of this x from this equation. So it's f inverse of y. But we need f inverse of x. For this, replace y with x everywhere to get inverse of the function. Domain and range swap places for the inverse. Means domain of the function becomes range and range becomes domain for the inverse. Suppose we have a function x plus 1 and we want to find the domain and range of its inverse function. It's very simple. First, find out domain and range of this given function. As it is a linear function, so its domain and range both will be set of real numbers. Now, for the domain and range of inverse function, swap domain and range. Means domain becomes range for an inverse function and range becomes domain for an inverse function. Here is a mapping diagram representing domain and range of function and its inverse. For a function written in the form of ordered pairs, domain is the first value and range is the second. Now, for domain and range of its inverse function, swap these values. Composition means joining two functions together, or in simple words, we can say that composition is just one function inside another. Nested parenthesis or small hollow circle is used to represent composition of functions. Let's understand this by assuming two functions f of x and g of x. F of x function is x plus 2 and let's suppose g of x is 3x. We want to find composition of these two functions. Composition is represented as f of g of x or f circle g of x. First use g function, then f, or remember, write function within brackets first. So we will write this f as it is and g of x is 3x. Now consider this 3x as x. Go to f function and replace x with this 3x to get composition of functions. So f of 3x equals to 3x plus 2. This is how we find the composition. Let's understand composition of functions with a yummy example. Imagine we are making an ice cream cone. First, we put ice cream in the cone. That's our first function. Let's call it f. And then we pour chocolate syrup on top. That's our second function g. Now, when we say g of f of x, It means first do f, then g. That's what composition of functions mean. Doing one action after another. Hope this video will be helpful for you. Thank you for watching.